just?
And I've said before, I do the investigation behind the investigation. And, 40 some years, David, I can talk a mama out of her kid because I'm right. I'll save his life. So I'm pretty good at investigating. Even the valet guys wouldn't tell me nothing because I want to know who I'm competing against, right? Mum is the word. You know nothing. And I tried at least to see, what if it couldn't be this. I mean, I had no idea. It's really a real, one of the few, and I'm known for that as a real show. It's one of the most real shows I've ever been on.
So basically what you're saying is the security and the secrecy on The Masked Singer is so tight that even Dog the Bounty Hunter can't crack the code.
Could not crack the code. Yes, sir.
Wow. Listen, I'm just so intrigued. How did you become a bounty hunter? I mean, I read stuff on the internet, but I know that not everything we read is true. So since you're here, I might as well ask you, how did you choose this as a profession? I find it so interesting.
So this may take a minute. So I was in prison in the 70s as a young man, and I was warden's barber, and the barber shop was outside the main prison gate along with the detention area. One of my friends got put into detention because one of his family members had just passed away. So in prison, when a family member dies, they put you away quick because you don't care. You're going to the funeral.
Right.
So as they're putting him in, I see a guard hit the ground and he comes out running. Full blast. Now, this kid's name was Bigfoot. He was one of my best friends. He was 6'9". And he's running, he couldn't run. And he's running down the field, and I knew right then they're going to kill him dead. And so I bolted out of the barber shop. A lieutenant was right behind me. I didn't know this, had a 38 pistol, was going to shoot me because he thought this was a dual escape, right? And so I tackled Bigfoot to the ground, and the lieutenant threw down handcuffs in the dirt and said these magic words: "Hook him up, bounty hunter." And overnight, I became Dog the Bounty Hunter. So I started studying while in prison what a bounty hunter was. And it seemed like most of them had a past, but they turned into a good guy. They couldn't be a cop because of their past. Excuse me, but they could still do copish stuff. So when I got out in 1979, I went to the post office, got the 10 most wanted list, and I started hunting. This is true. And 40 some years later, over 8,000 captures, and I'm doing that again, but it's just, that's how I started. That's how I actually started. One of my shows, David, you're very young, but was Wanted Dead or Alive, The Lone Ranger, and Tonto. I'm half Apache. I always liked that, the lawman side of the, let me say it like this, the good guy with the black hat.
Yeah.
I always, I like that part of being who I am.
Do you ever get scared? I mean, it's a job that has a lot of risks, right?
Well, if you're scared, David, you got to dig out. You got to go. Okay. You're worried, cautious. Okay. I was worried on The Masked Singer. Oh no. What? Lo and behold, there's a saying about what you watch, what you say. God says your words can move a mountain. So I thought, oh my God, what if I fall? And when I fell, I mean, I was like, oh no, my Francie and my kids, my grandkids. Oh, at least you tried, Grandpa. Oh, no, you don't, right? I was like, oh, dear God, what is going on here? So all what I mean, I think I'm meaning, is anything in life that's a challenge, there might be not fear as you and I think fear is, but a precaution, so bounty hunting, you be very cautious.
What did you find scarier, bounty hunting or being a contestant on The Masked Singer?
Oh, bounty hunting, when you come down to it. But, if you quit, I ain't gonna do it no more, walk out, I'm not, see you, career. Remember when dog walked out on the mass singer? I mean, so, that's a lot too. It's like, you don't find the guy. Who are you, a bounty hunter? I thought you found the guy. The whole idea of bounty hunting is to catch the fugitive. Okay. So same thing. It could have been a career-ending television show. And everybody thinks about quitting, especially when you go down with a 300-pound thing on your chest. But thank God, I say, the angels raised me up, and then I got mad and said, everybody sing along with me, because I was so upset at myself for falling down like that. I was like, I don't even want to know the odds, but I barely got by to the next round.
But that's true, I guess, to your point. I didn't think of it like that. Like when you say it could be like a career-ending television show, right? Like what you do, you don't quit in your day job, right? That's the whole point of it.
Right, exactly right.
How did you choose the armadillo?
Well, again, there's a whole staff, right? So what they did was you couldn't do a dog, obviously, right? Or a poodle or a cat or any animal like that, because they would have known. So armadillo, when they're young, they're called a puppy. Okay. He has armor on, my bulletproof vest. He thinks he's really something, right? The way he struts, right? So even the costume kind of matched my personality or was clues to who was behind the mask.
Have you looked at the internet? Like a lot of people on the internet figured it out. Now, I never figure it out. Like once you read what's on the internet, you're like, or, you hear like a Nicole or a Jenny, you're like, oh, of course it's dog. Like there's hot dogs and like armor and the day job, but it's always, hindsight is always 2020, right?
Well, you know how we all are. Oh, I knew that was him, right? Well, my own kids, my youngest, Gary Boy, he's 21 now. He called me after seeing a couple. He goes, Dad, is that you? I go, what, me? Masked Singer. I go, what's that? Dad, it's the #1 TV show on Fox. I'm like, what's the name of it? I'll text you it. So he sends me a text. I call him back. I go, I Googled that, son. And I guess they guessed it was me on that show before. Oh, he goes, that's right. They have it. So I guess they're doing it again. Don't worry. All right, Dad. So, and then last night, I knew it was you. No, you did, boy. So there's a lot of, it's not called yay sayers, or what's it called, David? Where they're like, yeah, I knew. No, you didn't. You didn't know.
If you could convince your own children that it's not you, that's pretty.
Yes.
Is there more pressure like in your day job? Like I know you've been involved in you were involved with like Gabby Petito and like just other things, like, is it more pressure when it's like a well-known person that everyone knows that, it's not like you're actually going after them, but are maybe involved, or is it, no, there's pressure no matter what?
David, the more people know them, the more leads you get.
Wow.
Right. The more people know that, the more I get there and people start getting interested, the more leads you get. The cops, and I love them, you know that, David. It's under investigation. We don't know nothing. Yes, you do. Well, let's get Adam Walsh down here. Let's get Dog the Bounty Hunter down here. Let's get a couple other crime fighters. Now, what do you know? Well, and God help us, let's get Nancy Grace down here. She came down too. You don't tell Nancy no. So the more, what is it? What is the word? Notoriety the person has, you're looking for them, the more information, because people want to help.